Scott Leary's extraordinary theories and facts. The universe is expanding and accelerating. The dark matter is pulling all the atoms in the universe with gravity away from a central point. The Big Bang theory still prevails. The main theory of the universe is that it will slow down or become stable and possibly collapse to one point again, but if this is true, we are still in the beginning or springtime of the universe. Dark matter is exploded stars, supernova, electrons, calcium, iron, dust, and all the building blocks necessary for life. Also planets and stars, hydrogen, sometimes small black holes, and water. It is not necessary to have plutonium or any radioactive substance to burn hydrogen. Natural gas has about 25% hydrogen, 25% oxygen, and air with a small amount of detection gas that burns clean at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. This releases helium, diffused hydrogen atoms, and water. You can make natural gas out of water, and it is a renewable resource. Helium and oxygen turn back into water in the upper atmosphere, with help of hydrogen and electrons from the sun. 90% hydrogen peroxide is the safest fuel. We can synthesize oil or get it from corn stalks, so we won't need foreign oil. Even soybean oil can be made to burn or made to not burn. Hydrogen is a renewable resource. I have solutions to everything so far. Run cars on natural gas, because natural gas can be made out of water. President Obama has asked for alternative fuels. We could put 90% hydrogen peroxide in cars or electric power plants. It's almost like water, and it's safer than gasoline. Good engines would actually purify the air if you burned alcohol, natural gas, or hydrogen peroxide. This puts off water and helium just like burning hydrocarbons. Natural gas has no carbon, so there is no pollution. There should be a 5-year program to turn all diesel trucks into natural gas, and they get better mileage per gallon. Diesels make more than 50% visible pollution. They should make Los Angeles and some cities run cars on alcohol for now. Take heavily carbonated water. Hydrogenate it until you have synthetic sugar or alcohol. C2H5OH. Rather than make alcohol from corn or food, synthesize it. There are 13 dimensions. Time is space, allotted to you. 4th dimension. Time, space. Light bends with gravity and electromagnetism, so space is good, and everything is relative to the vantage point perspective. 5th dimension. The age of Aquarius meets astronomy and astrology. Enlightenment, sharing visions, harmony, understanding, and reasoning will abound. Love, Venus and Mars Muses. 6th dimension. Eternal youth formula. Aqua Regia dissolves gold. Rinse off decimated gold, mix with sodium and sea salt in a drink like a margarita, until 1/4 oz of gold is used up. Put 1 drop of gold in a drink per day. 7th dimension. Resurrection, baptism and quickening, the tingling feeling, when you hear something uplifting and enlightening. Rapture, forgiveness and the fire of the Spirit. 8th dimension. Pulsar pyramid crystal radio power. 9th dimension. The mind, proto-matter, does whatever you want. Wishes come true that are controlled by the mind, but if you do something, it may control you like duality of Jungian philosophy. 10th dimension. All places in the universe intersect. 11th dimension. Lines of gravity are seen in a solar flare in the northern lights. String theory, X-ray vision, Xanadu. 12th dimension. Nexus. It's like dream world and the past. A place where we feel welcome and familiar. A link with people. 13th dimension. Total consciousness. Oneness with the universe. Clairvoyance and channeling. Admirals Richard E. Byrd and Perry explored the North and South Poles. They believed the North and South Poles wandered. The polar stars appear to wander also. Polaris is the polar star now. About 7,000 years ago the polar star was Kochab. In about 8,000 years the pole star will be Alderman. The poles pointing to the stars rotate in a circle 25 degrees every 24,000 years. About 12,000 years ago, the closest to the pole star was Vega. The poles wander along with the magnetic poles also. The ice sheets wander in a large circle, so there may have never been an ice age on the whole Earth. The North Pole was once in central Canada, so the polar ice sheet covered most of the United States. There is evidence of large glaciers in America, but that is not proof of an ice age. Admiral Byrd radioed from near the North Pole. There was an island with tropical birds and fish. He believed there were polar depressions or a hollow Earth. There is a group that believed this, called the Hollow Earth Society. They have written many books about it. Some people believe there is global warming, because the ocean has risen a foot in 100 years. When you burn gasoline, liquid hydrocarbons put water out of the exhaust almost as much as the gasoline you put in the engine. That's why the ocean has risen. So there is no global warming, and no ice age. Quantum theory, the black hole, where pulsar Cygnus X1 puts out radio waves. From X-rays to all invisible bands. Gold is spewed out with these rays through space and collecting quartz crystals and are trapped between the crystals and the black sand. Then the particles are smashed together in riverbeds to form nuggets. The veins are ancient riverbeds covered over. I saw Jupiter a year ago with a 300 power telescope. It was nearer than it has been for many years. Jupiter has no stripes or rings. Stripes only appear with time-lapse photography with its moons going across the planet. All of the pictures of Jupiter are touched up by artists. One of Jupiter's moons is 1/5 as big as Jupiter. If it is bigger than Mars and smaller than Earth it would be 7,000 miles in diameter, and Jupiter would be only 40,000 miles in diameter, not the estimated 80,000 miles in diameter. If you made a hollow spiral direct current electromagnetic tube, it has instantaneous electric gravity to drive an ion rocket faster than the speed of light. With 50% oxygen and 50% helium, man can withstand any pressure change within 2 minutes from 100 pounds to 5 pounds, then 14 pounds pressure. Without nitrogen, there is no narcosis or the bends. Felipe and Jacques Cousteau proved this in 300 feet of water for 5 days.